whaamama avenga le nei ma le Pacific Isi, mo au tupe whaamumoli Samoa, au tapu ni ai ofisa mo le whaava yaso. Whaonga nei lola na waunanga forward ua, o le direct transfer. A whai wa yesa membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking, o le matua e whaingo fia lava. Na le tipose mai lava lau se eleni ni matua account, o na whaatino leo la foina o lau se eleni mo a inga I Samoa. E ia inga I tahu na whaamalia mo nisi whaamatalanga le nei au nanga fo. Wala au le telefoni o walu se lau o tasi o nono po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu wha. Pe text mai fo ilo suafa I le valu tolu o.
Telephone voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Farmer Joe, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight to Farmer Joe to do my shopping.
Ole si tūlanga pitusili o le tāua. Ole lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. Ona whaangā le whaatau o loa e au ngā mo le ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai le sa sunga fua tau e lisia sa.
Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo e ala mai le talo fo voucher. Le wana whaakau ma me te mga oi ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo pa voucher ua maua le apususi o sewa fine. So se paro loa whaingo fie a me se le te whelua I mana o telefoni tai mi uma. Ai lo le lafo me le cash o na inu e leo tamao le ainga.
Whapea tu lava le talo fo voucher mo le foi au nang fo whaatai. Ma loa lava le tampai.
Tai talo pa voucher. Teki talo pa voucher.
Lava ma lole soifua mau malangi mama, and a warm Pacific greetings to all of our wonderful viewers who have tuned in today for your Tuesday BluTable Podcast with Pea and Claudia. What a beautiful day it is here in the 09 Aukilangi, New Zealand. And how are you, Claudia?
I am excited, and I see that you are a little bit nervous. Pea, but talofa lava to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us again today. As you know, every Tuesday we reserve the show for our fabulous friend Sonny Rivers, who is the Samoan Tourism Authority representative. And today, in his honor, I've actually prepared a little trivia for my beautiful friend Pea to see how well she knows Samoa. But before we do, because I know she's a little bit nervous, I'm going to let her calm down those nerves, and we can actually first thank all the sponsors, because without you guys we would not be here.
Yeah, definitely. Look, we are at the, level 3 here in Auckland, so everyone is so excited to be out and about. But unfortunately, although we are in level 3, there are some very, very strict restrictions around level 3. And I suggest that you head over to the official COVID-19 page to make sure that you are up to date with the rules surrounding level 3. But I do want to say a massive thank you to our sponsors that even during lockdown, they were showing us so much love and support. Lea Fionga, Whaimalo, Alan Stowers, of course, from Pacific Easy Money Transfer, the safest and secure way to send your money to your loved ones in the beautiful islands of Samoa. And we cannot forget Pacific 40, the beautiful, the intelligent, wonderful Miss Samoa Whalute, who has shown so much love. Every time we call her, doesn't matter what time and what hour in the evening, she is there helping our people out in remote areas of Samoa. Don't forget, these two businesses, and together with other businesses, that they help our economy in Samoa. So don't forget that as well. And this is the time we need to help out Samoa 100%. We've got Say Oriana, who is still open online. So if you haven't seen all of the wonderful dresses that we have worn on the show previously, then head over to Say Oriana gift shop, the perfect way to say I love you here in New Zealand, the Samoan way. We've got Maoto Samoa there in Samoa, who have been amazing, keeping you moving. Does that make sense? Keeping you moving. So fuel up with Maoto Samoa in Samoa. Seki Works, and of course the Pacific Business Hub. The beautiful Laura Icahn, we're on edge at the moment waiting for Baba to arrive. So if you do need any kind of assistance, you already know the Pacific Business Hub has always been that welcoming place for all of our people here in Auckland. Otherwise, that's it. Level 3, I wanted to do a quick plug-in for Feeds in the South as well, who has shared actually a nice quote or a nice post over the last couple of nights, I believe, where she shared her thoughts about, instead of driving through to McDonald's and KFC, how about you redirect your money and support your local businesses? Right now, they're doing it tough here in Auckland, so head over, support your local, and help our local businesses build their empire, because their success is our success. And that's what Claudia actually shared with me a couple of days ago, so I really appreciate it. And I love that quote or that saying that you've shared. But you've got the likes of who do we have? Our local businesses, the food outlets. We've got Fale de Keke, who was here on our show previously. We've got Bouncy Bellies. We've got Twaitolo Celebrations, Satay Noodle House, Wella Wella. There's so many. You can actually head over to Feeds in the South or any of our platforms and check out the latest small local businesses that you can support. But yeah, I think my nerves are still there. Sorry, Claudia, that didn't work.
No, thank you so much for that. But are you ready?
I'm ready.
So yes, as I was saying, in honor of our friend Sonny Rivers, who is the Samoan Tourism Authority representative, I thought that we would quiz our beautiful Pea and see how well she knows Samoa. So without further ado, we are going to ask the first question. Very easy, I hope. Number 1, where is Samoa?
What?
Where is Samoa? So I'm looking for the name of the ocean.
Pacific Ocean.
Yay! We got it.
Don't you do these trick questions with me, Claudia?
Yeah, okay. Samoa consists of 2 main islands. What are these 2 islands?
Pea? Upolu?
Yes, that's one. And the other one, what was the other one that you said?
Not a Pea, it's not a Pea. That's the
Yeah.
capital. Sorry.
You've got one.
Upolu.
And
It's not
it starts with the letter S.
Savai.
Yes.
Claudia, what is under? No, I'm not going to go there. No, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is a somewhat hard question. So for everyone that's watching, you can comment and help her out. So question number 3 is, what did the European explorers call the entire oh wait, hold on. I missed my notes. What did the European explorers call the island of Samoa before the 20th century? They call it the something islands.
Pass?
Navigator Islands. So that's actually a little fun fact for you guys. So before the 20th century, the European explorers actually called the islands the Navigator Islands.
Navigator Islands. Wow.
Navigator Islands. Okay. Here's another easy question for you to redeem yourself.
Oh, don't say easy, because
what colors are on the Samoan flag?
Red and blue.
I like how you kind of seem a little bit stressed. Easy question, don't worry. Yes, you are right. Red and blue. And bonus question is, how many stars are on the Samoan flag?
Oh, how many stars are on the Samoan flag?
Yep, you should know this. Yes.
5?
Yes. Well done. I'm so proud of you.
I don't know. I'm just kind of like trying to. Wow, okay. Claudia, you've really got to expose me today.
Don't worry, we're all learning here. We're all learning with you. So, okay, next question. Samoa has its own version of cricket. What is this called?
Kilikiki.
Well done. I see the confidence is coming through. Okay, what currency is used in Samoa?
Tala.
Yep. Beautiful. Okay, this one might be a little bit hard.
Oh, Claudia.
But it's all a learning curve. Like,
do I need to make a phone call?
You can tap Fala on the shoulder for help if you want.
Fala, I need your help.
Okay. Samoans live by a traditional code of behavior. What is this traditional code of behavior called?
Traditional code of behavior?
Yeah. I'll give you a clue. It's the something way.
The something way?
Yeah. The blank way.
The Samoan way?
Yes. Yes. Yes, and other in Samoan, it's the Fa'a Samoa, the Samoan
way.
Yeah.
The A way.
We're all learning. Okay, now this question is not only for Pea, okay? I'm asking everyone in the chat as well. So all the viewers help her out, because this is the hardest question, okay?
This is a hard question.
This is the hardest question,
okay.
Yeah.
Patrick, help me out, brother.
And we got Flora as well. Patrick, Flora, everyone that's watching, you have to.
I'm gonna give this question to Flora, because I think I've got a feeling that she will know this question.
Okay. Flora,
this is for you.
Okay, Flora, this is for you. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
What is Samoa's national motto?
Samoa's national motto?
Yeah.
Fast?
Not quite. Does anyone in the chat want to answer this question? What is Samoa's national motto? Now, if you don't know this, you're not a real Samoan. Oh, we've got Flora saying, I don't think anyone knows it.
Tua Samoa.
Yes, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
You got it. Now, for our English viewers, that translates to Samoa is founded by God. But did you not know that?
No, I didn't actually. I really didn't. I really didn't know that.
There you go. I'm glad that I could teach you something today.
Oh, okay. Claudia.
Okay.
I'm all after the show.
I know. I like that we're sort of in like level 4, so like I don't have to do this trivia in person. Okay, one more question. What side of the road do Samoans drive on?
This one I'm going to give it to Patrick again.
Patrick.
I think left.
So, does anyone else want to comment? Oh, I like this answer. Patrick said their own side.
Their own side, yeah, that sounds about right.
And we also have an answer that says everywhere. But according to Google, Samoans drive on the right-hand side as of 10 years ago to match the rest of the islands.
The right-hand side. So technically I was right. It was left first.
Yeah, so technically, yes, technically you were right. Okay, last question. Very easy. You're gonna get it. We're gonna end on a high note here. Bear's rolling her eyes. But final question. What is the national dish of Samoa? Oh, I thought it was a very easy question. I'm sorry.
We love, I don't know, we eat everything.
The national dish of Samoa starts with the letter O. And you don't particularly like it because you're not a big fan of fish. I think this is what it is.
Oh, oka.
Yes, that is a national dish of Samoa.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be like something like balsami or... Oh, interesting.
Well, yeah, according to Google, my best friend Google, the national dish of Samoa is oka.
Oh.
There you go.
So
how did you find that, Bea? Are you ready to kill me?
Yeah, I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed in myself. I should know this. But yeah, obviously, there were a few questions there that I just didn't know anything about.
You know what? I asked those questions because I thought this would also be a fun way to teach our viewers a few fun facts about the beautiful island of Samoa, which brings us to a short break. Because yes, after the break, we are going to bring our friends, Sonny Rivers, onto the show. And I did promise him that I did not have a trivia lined up for him. So he is safe, but don't go anywhere. We will be back right after the break.
Next destination, Samoa.
Tau tua male au nanga remote tau Samoa service station nei tona i matu. Ma tau te utuina lo ta vale, ma le tele unisio matu au nanga i sesi. Ai le ngata foile, ma tau te sia ke ina fo i lo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow, mau lah ucapan. Apa itu yang baik pak ulusa? Awalnya telepon, matu siapa lah yang voice mau lah ucapan. Mulu no posible fia, mua, tapi lah ucapan lepas out. Lua, tapi lah telepon ni time me utu ina lah ucapan. Malah baenga mulu. Mana tua fo? E matua I whasa aina, lo tau maftapa ai no fuanga whapengi. Ota Samoa, ore ma ota mo Samoa. Mato te fia e au na pea mo o Samoa. Maftaile fia mai, we'll see you again. God bless.
Talofa lava and welcome back, everyone. I think Pea is starting to forgive me for the trivia that I bombarded her with. I just want to give a shout out as well to Malai Pule. Great interaction in the comments. And here's another question as well for everyone that's watching. It's a very easy question. But who is the most popular Samoan in the whole entire world? I think everyone should know that answer. But reply in the comments with your answer to who is the most popular Samoan in the world. But welcome again, Sonny. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you? How has your lockdown been so far?
Oh, I'm great. Yeah, it's it's all good.
Yeah.
Other than trying to keep up with the kids' schoolwork online. And also a number of Zoom meetings. Everything is all well, and thank God it's we're surviving.
You're a bit more excited since we go into level 3 as of tonight.
Oh yes, can't wait to get down to level 3. And then of course we do have there are still some restrictions. So level 3 is, kind of like saying we're still not out of the woods yet. So
No.
fingers crossed we'll be going down to level 2 in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yep. Now, level 3 has been defined by many as level 4 with takeaways. Which is the first takeaway place that you're going to be visiting, if any?
Oh, I don't know. Probably my kids have been, asking for KFC. To be honest,
I think that's the winner all the way around.
Yeah, that'll probably be the first place we go to.
Now, Daisy is the first one to answer correctly. So the answer to who is the most famous Samoan in the world is Dwayne Johnson, and Daisy replied with her uncle, The Rock. So yes, she is right.
And you know what? An interesting fact as well, because The Rock also filmed in Samoa as well. So, and I believe that there's some of the locations that The Rock has gone to are some of Samoa's hidden treasures. So if you're wondering, oh my gosh, where are these hidden treasures from? Don't forget to keep it locked with Samoa Tourism Authority, who also have their latest episode out for Tafaonga, and I'm so excited because they've taken us around Samoa. And this one, I'm particularly excited about this episode because they've taken us to a region that is actually untouched treasures of Samoa, which is not far from my village there in Alebaka, which is Samosu. So if you haven't already, head over to Samoa Tourism Authority, hit the like button and stay in lock with all of the latest that's happening in Samoa.
Definitely. Now, Daisy, as the winner, she did ask, do I get a free trip to Samoa? I'm not sure, but maybe if we kindly ask Sonny Rivers from STA, maybe you get a free trip to Samoa for getting that question right.
Well, to be honest, I can't promise anything, but I'll try my best. It'll be my absolute best. Fingers crossed, I'll be able to pull a few strings and put a price together.
Definitely. And Daisy, if you do get that free trip to Samoa, part of the terms and condition is to take Pea, myself, and producer Rams as well with you. But Sonny Rivers, we have really exciting news. Samoa's COVID Tracer app has just been launched in preparation for the border reopening in the future, which would hopefully be soon. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Thank you, Claudia. It's been up and running and available on both Google Play Store and the Apple App Store in the past 2 weeks. So right after the launch, we put it up there. And people, we saw that people started downloading and installing the app on their devices. And until now, I've just had a quick look and saw that we're just under 1,000 people who have installed the app. So that's really good news. And the plan is to go well over that and try and get as many people especially those with devices, to have the app installed on their devices. I mean, the whole point of this is to be able to quickly do contact tracing um, in the event that something happens in someone. And this is one of the major hurdles that we've been working to overcome towards the build up to border reopening. And thankfully we've been able to put this together, get it online, and now the work starts to to focus on getting the population in Samoa to have the app installed on their phones, because it's basically running off YouTube. I mean, sorry, not YouTube. Sorry, excuse me. Bluetooth. Sorry, it's a Bluetooth, and it's based off the platform that and the code was developed in Singapore. I forgot the name of the protocol, but yeah, this is in terms of privacy, it's not really going to be tracking you, like what's been reported in the media and what's been talked about in terms of privacy. Whereas this app, its only purpose is to sit there and keep a record of those who have been near you, so that in the case where someone has been detected to have been infected with the virus, the authorities will be quickly able to to paint a picture of who else is in, for example, in the household, and then they will be able to contact these people directly, because the only piece of information they'll be recording is the phone number. So if you turn up to the hospital and get tested and you get a return a positive test, that means your phone number will be, will easily be looked upon, and all the other devices that were near you in a given time, these people will also be contacted. So that means the authorities will be calling these people. But in terms of any other information other than the phone number, there's nothing that's been recorded.
It's awesome, and I just want to say congratulations to Samoa Authority Tourism and the team there in Samoa as well, because although our people are quite they're probably sitting there going, but we don't have any cases, or lea, why? Can you just please just stress the importance of it, because I think we need to educate our Samoa, because although they are very, very blessed to not have a case, we still need to prepare our Samoa, because it is we've seen it in the larger countries, that one case could really just eliminate that whole region. And with Samoa, who are very family orientated, I think what you have done to prepare Samoa is awesome. Can you stress the importance of the COVID Tracer app?
Yeah, it's basically, from my experience. I mean, for me, I was to be honest, I was kind of a bit, in a sort of a relaxed mood in the beginning of all this, right when we started to go into lockdown, and saw the number of cases and saw all these reports coming out about COVID and people getting infected and people having, doubts and second thoughts. I mean, if you look back in the beginning, there were countries who've been, we've seen a lot of them who have come out and say it's a hoax. It's not a real thing. But then, further down the line, we started seeing people who, had experience being infected, even a close relative of mine. And I saw that this is really, really getting closer. And, I could see it on my doorstep. And I was like, this is really, really getting frightening, because growing up in the islands, and watching the news, during the week of all these reports of what's happening on the other side of the world. I mean, in Samoa, it's such a small place, you don't expect anything to happen there, because it's in the middle of nowhere, if I should say. But then you come to realize you're right there. You're here in New Zealand, you're right in the midst of all these things. And then all of a sudden, you're getting all these people that and people that that even though you haven't met, coming up and sharing their stories of their experiences with the virus. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is really serious. And with that, we it's not just from my perspective, but then our team in Samoa, as soon as things went south, everyone started to look into how can we do to make sure that we open up safely and make sure that the virus doesn't get into Samoa, because some people could take it lightly, but once they get it, it's a different story. And I can't stress enough how important it is to be able to put all these things in place, be prepared, because they say better safe than sorry. And the most important thing is to be able to put all these protocols in place, to have a plan in place, so that when things go wrong, we have something to fall back on. And also, we've been keeping an eye on what's been happening, especially with our close neighbors, New Zealand, Australia, with all the news that's been reported. And it sort of like gives us an idea, which we're thankful of. This is like giving us an idea of what we are to expect in terms of what's happening. And as soon as something happens, and in case someone brings the virus with them to Samoa, because obviously we don't, the infrastructure that we have is, as mentioned in a lot of circles, that really not up to scratch. And we're thankful to the Ministry of Health and also the research organizations that we've got in Samoa, that not only they've taken the steps with the National Emergency Response Task Force to be prepared, but also they've taken the steps to further promote the importance of having these protocols in place, and also pushing the population to install the app, get ready, because once we get the borders open, once the virus gets into the country, if it does, then there's no going back from there. We've seen a lot of elimination strategies going around, but there's also talk of will the virus ever go away? Because then we've got people starting to say that it's not about 100% elimination or getting the cases down to zero. It's about I think the mentality has shifted, and the narrative has shifted towards talking about ways of living with the virus. And that's the most important thing, because if the virus isn't is not going away, then that means we have to adapt these protocols to be able to live safely.
Now, Sonny, obviously Samoan officials and people like yourself, you're doing everything in preparation for the day that the borders of Samoa will open. Currently, there are no cases of COVID in Samoa. Do you think sometimes, or there is a chance that people on the island might not be mentally ready for the possibility of a COVID case erupting in Samoa?
I think it's because we've had that experience before with measles, and that's a really eye opener for everyone, because once that happened in Samoa and people started seeing how serious it was, I think that sort of really taught us a lesson, and thankfully I think our people in Samoa know the effects of the virus now, given their experience that they've gone through recent lockdown to try and get everyone in the country vaccinated against measles. And thankfully the government had put in place a plan, which I understand will be taking place the day after tomorrow, which is the 23rd and the 24th of this month, where the public service will be closed except for the essential workers, so that all the government employees could go out and assist the government in getting the population and the rest of Samoa vaccinated, much like what we did during the measles crisis.
And I love that it is about preparation, and like you've mentioned, but I think Samoa are in a perfect position to to exercise everything before something does happen, and it's awesome. My hat off to yourself, the team, and also the Samoan government, who are working together to ensure that we get back to life, and we start bringing in what we miss the most, our tourists to come through, and in order for that to happen, we do need to prepare, and you guys are done an awesome job preparing, even just the small things. How do you think of, our elderly Just your personal opinion, how do you think that our elderly in Samoa, will take this approach? Because I know that, it's difficult because they don't have access to technology. How will Samoa Tourism Authority take that approach with our elderly?
I think it's all a matter of getting the awareness going and getting people educated about the seriousness of the virus, and also I take my hat off to to the Ministry of Health and also our emergency task force in Samoa for putting this in place. And I understand they're also working on educational videos and also advertisements to be rolled out in in the coming days to boost the awareness in terms of getting vaccinated and what should happen, and be prepared in case the virus gets into Samoa. But like I said, during the measles crisis, everyone kind of took a lesson from that, and even the elderly people. My mom, who is in her mid-70s, she took it seriously. Every time I spoke to her, she's like, I fully respect the government's decision to shut everything down, and we understand we don't need to go to church, even though of course there were reports of some churches having their service, continuing to do services on Sundays, and then the police had to intervene. But then that's a good blueprint for where we're at now. I mean, that's really paves the way for Samoa to be, rather than having to go back into the drawing board to try and re-educate the people. We've already had that experience, and the good thing about it is we've had that just recently. So that's the beauty of I think it's a good I mean, even though it's sad and very unfortunate that we lost a number of lives in the measles crisis, and the lessons that we've learned from there, with the government now putting all these policies and protocols in place, because we've learned from that. And as I mentioned in the past, safety is the number one priority at the moment, and as advised by the Honourable Prime Minister.
I gotta give you a big round of applause for all the work that you are doing, and for all the big preparation you are doing. But Samoan Tourism Authority is not only involved in the Samoan COVID Tracer app, but you're also working very closely with Talofa Voucher. Now, you've had previous promotions and current promotions. Is there any exciting projects that you are collaborating with Talofa Voucher that you can tell us about?
At the moment, it's all about getting our beloved Samoans, of course, here in New Zealand and across the world, to sign up to the platform and use it. And then moving on from that, we would be looking at further promotions with the team at Pacific 40. And we've also spoken with our team in Australia, our Samoa Tourism Authority office in Australia, to push the message out and get people to learn more about Pacific 40, which is, whilst we're in the current state of lockdown, and tourists aren't traveling, there's no income for the industry. This is probably one of the only ways that we could help maintain some sort of business as we await a date for reopening the border. So in the near future, we will definitely be working on a number of other projects to ensure that the industry gets some support during these tough times.
I love that, because we've got White Sunday coming up as well. And so I know that Talofa Voucher, in collaboration with Samoa Tourism Authority, is going to be a massive injection to the economy. It's only a few weeks away from Loko Kameki, which is a massive event there in Samoa. How do you think everyone will cope with the White Sunday, Sonny?
I think probably the retailers with the latest fashions there, and it will probably be one, because they hope they don't run out of stock. And I'm happy to say that I've seen with Pacific 40, you could buy products not just from from the retailers and the small shops in the villages, but also a number of shops in town. Like for example, Body Shop. There's also one of the shops that is on the platform, along with a number of other retailers that you could choose from. In terms of supporting your family in Samoa with buying dresses or pulitasis or the coolest outfits for your loved ones in Samoa for the lokameki, then definitely the place to go is Pacific 40. And also, I'd like to remind everyone, please, as an alternative, if you don't, if all of that's been prepared and all the local kameki ofus and sevais and the shoes have been sorted in, why not head on over to the hotel section and buy a voucher for that Monday, because the Monday after Sunday, the lokameki will be a holiday, a public holiday in Samoa. And then, buy a voucher, head on over to one of the hotels or the resorts, have have a drink, have a relax, or get on over to the swimming pool and enjoy the public holiday. So it's a definite you'll have a really good experience in one of those resorts.
Yeah,
Speaking magic to my heart, Sonny, right now.
No, I really like that because White Sunday is a massive thing, and that's sorry, just going back on the subject of White Sunday. I know that a lot of our businesses do close on the Sunday. What about some of the hotel resorts? Do you think that some of them will be open to the public on the Sunday? I'm just thinking of maybe another option for Kongai from your normal.
Yeah, I believe by that time, the current lockdown that the government is planning for the massive mass vaccination program that they're about to roll out this week will end, by the end of the week, and everything should be back to normal. But I have to advise that that'll be, I think, at the moment, 12 o'clock in the afternoon opening time for everyone. So right about time that you finish doing your kaulokos and your gospel and your and your skits and all that, and the family, would go home, change, and then head on over to one of those, awesome, beautiful spots to spend the day at.
Yeah, I think that'll be perfect because you know what, it'll be something different. I think it'll be exciting for the kids to, head over out to one of the resorts, and I know that the lucky ones will be the families who are either out in the remote areas. I know Moli Famua, they've got the Sheraton there, and I know that Taumiasina is quite popular, and I know Lalomanu has a few resorts in that area as well. So head over, purchase a Talofa voucher to celebrate White Sunday. Sonny, before we wrap things up, can you tell us, can we expect some throwbacks from Samoa Tourism Authority on their page? Because that's probably something that I look forward to because we're currently missing Samoa so much. Can we expect some throwback videos or photos, to hype up White Sunday in Samoa?
Well, yes, we definitely will have something, some content on the lokameki during the weekend, most likely in the lead up to White Sunday. So stay tuned, and please, everyone, keep an eye on our page. Follow if you haven't done it so. To be able to to keep up with the latest that's been uploaded by our team. So once you follow, you'll be getting all these updates as soon as they're uploaded. That's the beauty of it. And also, while you're at it, go head on over to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And also our Instagram page. So there's a lot of updates coming up over there, but especially on our Facebook page. So yeah, please like, follow, and love and share.
Now, Sonny, we've had the privilege of talking to you multiple times, and throughout all these multiple chats, we're always talking about beautiful Samoa and these beautiful places and Samoan customs and traditions that you have been part of. Now, I'm interested to know, what is the one thing, aside from family, of course, what is the one thing that you currently miss the most about Samoa?
Oh, really good question. I miss everything about it's I mean, having lived abroad for the past 6-7 years. It's almost like as soon as the plane lands, you get onto the tarmac, and it's like one of those movie scenes where you just kneel onto the ground and kissing the tarmac.
I love that.
I definitely miss Samoa. One of my favorite places that I miss is going over to probably the best beaches. One of the best beaches in Samoa, over in Savaii. And that is the Manase area, where that stretch where you've got Whangamalo, Lelangoto Resort, and Savaii Lagoon Resort, and then you only about a 5-minute drive along that coastline. You get on over to places like Vacations Beach Fales, Regina's Beach Fales, Tanu Beach Fales, Tailua Beach Fales, and also the Stevensons, the beautiful and popular Stevensons at Manase. So that's probably my favorite spot, as someone who has been going over there a lot in the past 10, 15, 16 years. So yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I can't wait. We are every Tuesday going to be bringing a new location, obviously, and I can't wait because there's so much that I don't actually know about Samoa. We learned that earlier on in the show, exposing me, saying that by the end of the series that we have, the lead up to when the borders are finally open, I am probably going to be the most excited Samoan to finally say I'm a real Samoan girl. That's Sonny, can you, if there was a place in Samoa that you would recommend anyone to visit, I'm going to say in the bottle because you've just mentioned Savaii, what would that place be?
Is that Polu Island?
Yeah.
I'd say probably, well, I have to say goodbye to my neutrality as a tourism officer. I've been going over to this place. It's called Tafa Tafa, Tafa Tafa Beach. So definitely check that out as well. I'm not going to name any hotels, but it's the location. One of my very favorites.
I've actually been there and I love it. Absolutely love it, actually. These hidden gems of Samoa, I cannot wait to learn more every Tuesdays. Don't forget to tune in. There will be times that Sonny won't be available, but that's okay. We can still go to Samoa. We look forward to taking you over to Samoa the virtual way for now, and help our awesome people write up their itinerary. And that was probably like the most exciting video that I've seen today, because that was awesome. So another malo lava, whawhitai lava to yourself. Sonny, did you have anything else, Claudia?
No, I'm just going to say, because at the beginning of the show, we were learning a little bit more about Samoa. I'm going to just test Pea now to see if she remembers what she learned. She's not going to forgive me. But Pea, can you recall what the national motto is of Samoa?
My gosh.
Something like that.
So she get it right, Sonny? Close enough?
I was gonna give you a 70%, but now you've got it. You finally got it right. It's Whaavaile tu Samoa. Patutua Samoa.
All of this politics songs got me all confused. I don't know which side it is. No. Claudia, you need to stop doing that, okay? I'm one girl.
You can get me tomorrow.
But look, Sonny whawhitai lava, thank you so much for, sharing a bit of laughter with us, bringing the Samoan experience here virtually to your team. I know it's really, really difficult during this time, but to all of our viewers, please head over to Samoa Tourism Authority pages. I'm not talking about just Facebook. I'm talking about all of the platforms. Hit like, share, love, and experience it. The team there will be giving you daily updates on what you can do in Samoa. And, check out the new episode for Tafaonga as well, because I was so excited I watched the whole thing. And if you don't watch it, you really need to. It's the experience is epic. Otherwise, that's it from us. We do have a special guest this week that we are trying to work out the time. Unfortunately, they do live in America. So we're just trying to make sure that we get the time right, and making sure that we're not interviewing the special guest at 5 a.m. in the morning. So I will drop the person's name. We do have Ariana from Koko Comedy that will be joining us sometime during this week to share her experience, as well as talking a little bit about her comedy side of things as well. So please stay tuned this week. We will make that announcement during this week. Otherwise, did you have anything you wanted to, any final words, Sonny?
No, actually, just want to thank you very much to you and the team for this lovely opportunity for us to come on board and share what what we've been doing, and we hope to have the borders open as soon as it's safe to do so. But fingers crossed. Take care. Thank you very much once again, and I hope to see you again sometime soon. Probably next Tuesday. Yes,
that's it from us, everybody. Have a wonderful day. God bless.
Bye.
Whaamama avenga le nei ma le Pacific Easy mo au tupe whaamumoli Samoa au tapuni ai ofisa mo le whaava yaso whaonga nei lola na waunanga forward ta ua o le direct transfer a whai wa yesa membership card ma e whaonga ina le internet banking o le matua i whaingo fia lava na o le tipose mai lava lau se leni mato account o na whaatino leo la foina o lau se leni mo a inga i Samoa e ia inga i tahu na whaamalia mo nisi whaamatalanga i le nei au nanga fo Wala au le telefoni o valselau o tasi o nono po le lua fitu ono fitu iwa fitu fa. Pe text mai foilo suafa i le valu tolu o.
BluTable voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Farmer Joe, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight to Farmer Joe to do my shopping.
Ole si tulanga pitusili o le tau. Ole lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. I think
it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Dai mo le talo pavata o mo le apusu se o fine so sparo loa fai ngo fie a me se le tfelo ai mala telefoni tai mi uma ai lo la fo merkes o nei no dor tama ore ainga
fa te tu la vole tal pavata mo le foi o nang fo fa tai ma lo la le tam fai
fa tai talo pavata teki talo pavata
Tau tua ma le au nanga remote tau sa mo service station nei tona i matu. Ma tau te utuina lo ta vale, ma le tele o nisi o matu au nanga i se ese. Ai le ngata foile, ma tau te seake ina fo ilo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow? mo lau tapan a fai foi vai pa olosa a wala te pon ma tu te sapalaya foi e mo tapan Molo no posila fia. Mua tape lau ta vale pe out. Lua tape lau telefoni tai me utu ina lau ta vale. Male vaenga mulu. Mana tua fo. E matua I fa sa ina lo ta mafta pa ai no fuanga pa pe. Mota Samoa. Ole mota mo Samoa. Mado te fia e au na pe mo o Samoa. Maftaila fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
Squad, baby. Rex, J Sands.
Let's go.
Oh, say I'm say you are complete to me, I get you. By the way that you move and the way that you smile. Say, oh my Dorima, baby, you be giving your hand, I'll take you anywhere. You give me something that I never had. Cause you care, but about to me and the family. Say, why you waiting on me to talk to you? Yeah, I'ma listen what y'all say. Yeah, don't move out in the come here. Yeah, they on the layout, oh, dirty wine, girl, dirty wine, yeah. Say, tama in and not the fight to get out, say.